Hi. Hey. Okay, so I'm back. I don't expect a moderator to come in at this point. I think Kim uh, might have spent like 2 hours in here for the first half of the readings. I didn't expect him to go so long. Normally, my readings are just a few minutes for each sign. If you think about it, though, if you go to another reader's channel, they're 15 minutes per sign or more even. So readings can take a few minutes per sign. And so I don't expect Kim to come back in. I'd be very surprised if she does. That would be a very committed moderator at this point. But I am back. I'm going to go ahead and do the final 6 signs. If it takes as long or not as long, I'm not worried about it. I would say what I'm going to do is cut out the 24 minutes of chatter that I had in my first one. And that was mostly talking about my channeled readings, the crystals that I have on the table, the candles that I have lit, the things that I've gone through to bring me to the point where I feel like I need to come back to you at this time and do the final or restart my channel. So this is going to be readings for Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. If you want to know about the channeled readings that I had for the collective, then I would definitely say check out part 1. Part 1 has the channeled messages that I have for you. I'm not going to go into it too much. I can give you a rundown of what they are. If that resonates for you, then I would definitely say go watch the first 24 minutes of the first video. Part 1 is major changes, transformation, walking your talk. Don't self-sabotage. Eyes are watching. There's 2 sets of eyes watching somebody or a few of us. Energy clearing. I will go into energy clearing because I felt the need to do some energy clearing on my place today, and doing that energy clearing is what brought me back to doing the channel. So I didn't pause the channel with the expectation that I would never come back. I paused the channel with the expectation that I wasn't in a right place to continue with it at that time. But I am back. Don't know how often I will be back, but at this time, these are just little jewels that you get to enjoy, right? So essential oils, I'm not going to go into that. If you want to know anything about that, it's something that you can watch the first 24 minutes of part 1. This I do believe is for the second half. You are here, Kim. I just love you. I can't say enough about you. You're the best. Thank you for showing back up. I don't want to take up all your day. I know that was 2 hours out of your day already, and I'm skipping the first 24 minutes, trying not to do that with this one, and just letting them know that they can go ahead and catch the first 24 minutes on the first part 1. More lessons and losses than wins, and that is one thing I do want to talk about, because I feel like not a lot of us realize how many lessons there are in losses, and to lose a ball game. Think about when you were back in high school or junior high and you lost, and you went through all of those emotions, all of the feeling like you were no longer worthy, or you didn't fit in or succeed, or you let people down. There are lessons in that, right? Versus when you win something, there's no lesson. You win, you feel great, you feel amazing, you feel awesome. And I don't know why my computer just went down over here. Sorry again. So what I'm trying to say or point out to you all, come on, phone doesn't want to work. I love that. Okay, so we'll skip chat, which means, Kim, I will not be able to see anything in chat at all. If you win, you win. You're elated. Your adrenaline is up. You feel so good, and you go about your business and you win. You just know how good it feels to win. What I'm talking about in more losses, or more lessons and losses than wins, is when you lose something, someone, a situation, a job, a car, a house, whatever it is, there's a lesson to be learned, right? Where did something go wrong that loss happened, right? That's when you reevaluate, step up, and change the direction that you're going or the direction that you want to go, right? So that's kind of that situation where there is more lessons and losses than wins. Okay, so I'll just, that's the only thing I want to say that I've already said to, well, maybe not the only thing. Hold on. Sorry, my eye itches. Versus the first video where I did the first 6 signs. Okay. And it's okay to ask for help. I just want you guys to always know it's okay to ask for help. Don't be so prideful in who you are and what you think you want to portray to the world that you don't think it's okay to ask for help in a situation. And then I think the final channeled message that I have here was an owl, and the only reason I want to bring that back up here is I feel like that owl message might be for somebody on this side of the 6th half. So I'm sorry, something's telling me I need to turn on my phone up here too. And I don't know if there's something that's going to go on in chat in a minute. She's muted. Kim's here. Okay, that's good. I just feel like I need to be able to monitor up here, and I try not to watch up here because I know I trust Kim and I trust all my moderators on this channel to keep everything fine. Kim, I think there was somebody who came in at the end of the first 6 that may not have been, for the channel, but I couldn't decipher what they were typing. So neither here nor there. It's over. It's in the past already. Owl, wisdom, and messengers, and something about making a wish. So if you watch the first or part 1, you'll see where I talk about all the channeled messages. There's much more than what I'm giving you here. And I don't want to force you to go watch the whole entire first video. I just say that I'm not going to repeat myself. I did mean to do just 1 live, and 1 live turned into 2 lives because the first one is 2 hours, and this one I'm hoping not to make 2 hours without going into the channel messages again and repeating myself. But there was a message from an owl, and the owl, to me, speaks of wisdom and purpose, right? They're messengers, and the messages that they have, and I'm Native American, so as a Native American, when the owl calls your name, there's a belief, and I don't believe this. I truly don't believe this. When the owl calls your name or speaks to you at night, then someone you love is going to die. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I look at it very, very differently. I think that we all have free will, I think that if you get into your mind and you believe prejudices, then those prejudices come to life, right? But you allow them to come to life. So I don't believe that, the movie When the Owl Calls You. There's a movie. There literally is a movie, When the Owl Calls Your Name. I don't believe in that one. I believe that this was a messenger who was asking you to make a wish. Okay? So at this time, and if you've seen an owl lately, that would be most amazing that you have. I don't get outside much. I'm at work and I'm at home, and had a relationship for a while there, so I don't get outside much. But if you see an owl, I think that is just asking you to make that wish. And we're going to talk about wish manifestation at some point tonight, because I'm seeing it very clearly in a lot of the readings I've done tonight. So, oops, why did I close that? I need this. We are on Libra, I believe. Kim, right? So we're going to go ahead and start with Libra. We're going to start with Libra at 10:37. I'm going to write that down. Or maybe Kim, if I just call it out, will you write it down and tell it to me later and I can do the timestamps? So, for those of you who weren't here for part 1, I feel like there's a healing that's being called for at this time. And for each sign, I'm going to pull one of my healing card excuse me. Let's just do this. Heal yourself. Okay? We're going to pull one of the cards. We're going to find out what the overall theme is for your sign. And then we are going to pull our mystical manga tarot. And then we're going to cross it with the Golden Art Nouveau. Okay? And it's been amazing up to this point. So yes, we are going to just pick up where we left off. I needed a little break. I didn't want all these to go so long. I'm sorry that they are, but I do want to give you all the messages that are coming through. So at this point, I'm going to turn this down. I'm going to leave the chat to Kim. Kim, you have full power, girlfriend. Ooh. Something needs to be said. Libra has something really important to say. Wow. That's funny. I had to ask which hand to pick that up with. Okay, Libra, let's see what your healing card is for right now. I'm not going to say today because I do feel like this is, and like I said, all my readings are timeless. And so whatever this reading is for you, it's going to come to you at the right time. Okay, so self-love, Libra. A number 24 coming down into a 6. 6 is a great place to be. I love 6s. 6s are finding that balance within everything. And I just, oh my God, what a beautiful card. And so Libra-like. I mean, like, Libra is such beauty and grace that this card is so very Libra. I love this card for you, Libra. So you get self-love. And this is just talking about, revisiting, the things that make you you. And not letting other people, tell you who you are, how you should feel, how you should dress, how you should think, how your house should be decorated. Libra is very extravagant, but in the fact that they do it with comfort. Like, they want beautiful things, but they want it like very comfortable and very beautiful and very calm and serene. And I love all the pink in this card for you, but I feel like there's a balance that's being called upon here. So we won't know what we get until we pull the cards. So we're going to pull your mystical manga tarot here, your first spread, and then we'll see what crosses it, okay? Okay. Very Libra-like. Showing up very Libra-like here. So, Libras, you are showing up with the Two of Pentacles. There's a balance that needs to be restored, okay? So this is it's very Libra-like, but un-Libra-like. Like, Libras like to have that balance. They like to have that. They like to feel like everything is, like everybody's happy over here and everybody's happy over here. And if somebody's mad over here, they're going to go over here and try and bring that balance, restore that balance, right? Libras like to do that. That's what Libras do. Libra like beauty, peace, and harmony. And so there's something in the recent past, a Knight of Cups, right? Something that was creating an imbalance in a love or a heart situation, which is so weird because you are self-sabotaging. You're self-sabotaging. This is why it's asking you to bring back that self-love. That self-love. To find a way to love yourself for all your imperfections, okay? Somebody was offering you a cup of love in the recent past. And maybe that cup of love didn't show up how you wanted it to. They were, and they in your immediate future, the Ten of Pentacles, right? That Ten of Pentacles is showing up for a reason. Like, I'm not sure, maybe you're balancing two people. Maybe there's two people if this resonates for someone. There's a question about whether you feel you're worthy enough for this Ten of Pentacles, right? Whether you feel like you're worthy enough to be the calm in the storm. In the eye of the storm is the calm, right? Let's get some more here. I really, you're in your head. It's keeping you up at night. You get the Four of Pentacles, but the wheel will turn. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's go back here to who you show up as. You show up as the Two of Pentacles, right? This is your situation. This is the energy around your situation is the Two of Pentacles. It's that finding that balance, regaining the calm within the storm. In this card, the ships are on top of the waves. They are in the storm, and you have the power to bring them back into a calm sea. But it's for you to see how to do that. The Knight of Cups, somebody got into your head and your heart, okay? And he opened you up to a new way of looking at things or feeling or seeing or whatever it is that you're doing. This Knight of Cups created this turmoil within you, right? Maybe you're in a relationship and you see this other person as a better person in your relationship sphere, right? I'm not going to say that. I'm not telling anybody to cheat or get out of the relationship that they're in, but I'm saying something upset the balance, right? But this is where I'm very confused, and I can't wait for the crossing cards because you have the Ten of Pentacles. But what I'm seeing here, again, and so look at this specific Ten of Pentacles. In this specific Ten of Pentacles, you have a woman on the precipice, right? She's offering a gift to the man on the other side of the portal. Blur signs and genders. There is someone offering you more than what you have, and it will lead you into, you're the blue person, the Ten of Pentacles. Into the Ten of Pentacles, life or mindset, right? If you choose to reject this offer, there is the Nine of Swords. The up all night, what did I do? What if? Why didn't I? So I'm feeling that follow the calling situation, and I'm seeing that wolf again. Or did I talk about the wolf in the first channel readings? There was a wolf also, and the wolf was calling, but that's also the moon card that we got in the first, many times in the first 6 readings. It's the wolf calling out, something is calling out within you to go in a specific direction, but I feel like you're caught up in the I'm afraid of going into the unknown because I'm comfortable in the known, even though the known is not good for you, right? Supporting the reading, and the reason I see this, all of this, is the Four of Pentacles. That's that protecting your resources, protecting, what you have, afraid of the future. Don't be afraid of the future. The future holds all the keys. It holds all your plans and expectations, right? So don't be afraid. Don't hold on so tightly to the past that you can't see the future and get stuck in your head with that Nine of Swords, right? Your outcome card is the Wheel. Like I said, in my first 6 readings, I can usually hear the wheel ticking. I hear something, but I don't know for sure that the wheel is ticking, or I feel like it's it's one of those, depends on where you decide to go with this at this time, right? I don't hear peace and quiet. I hear something. I hear, it's not whooshing. It's not the tick tick that I normally hear. It's not tick 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 either. It's something like a creaking, like something wants to turn, but I feel like it's your decision if you turn this wheel, if you get this outcome. Okay, so we're going to do your crossing cards and see why all these cards are placed here where they're at this time. Let me just straighten them up because that drives my OCD crazy. I knew I saw that card. I knew I saw it. Okay. All right. So we're going to go here with the first 3, right? Sometimes it's super easy and I can just do one card at a time. They're crossing. But others, there's so much going on, and I feel like there's a lot going on with you, Libras. So with the 2 of Pentacles, you get the 7 of Wands, and that is, I think you know in your head and your heart where you want to go. And I feel like you're afraid of letting go of something because you worry that of who you're going to hurt. But you don't have to live their life. You only have to live your own life, right? So sometimes it's hard to hurt people, but as long as we're upfront with them in the beginning, we can do what it is that we need to do for our life and our best purpose, right? So in your recent past there, with the Knight of Cups, you have the 6 of Pentacles, okay? With the 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles is talking about finding that balance, loving yourself as much as loving someone else. Loving yourself and being okay with letting people down that don't serve you or aren't meant to go into the future with you, right? Sometimes we have to do that. Sometimes we just have to look at things as stepping stones, right, to get to where we need to go. Not that we want to step on somebody and hurt them, but we do definitely need to go in our paths, in our divine right connections path, right? So over here, that's the recent past. That's the recent past. It's that thing, and I would love to have seen a sword there. Didn't see it. Something bringing that clarity. I feel like you're going to carry a little bit of this with you if you don't hear this message and let it go. Release it, right? If you want this 10 of Pentacles, if you want the happy home, the happy life, the forever after, this 5 of Cups is saying you're going to have to realize the fact that the way is open to you. There is a path. There's a bridge of rocks to go from where he is feeling left out on one side of the river to the other side of the river where the castle is, where all the action is, where the the happy ever after is, right? So the happy ever after, that 10 of Pentacles, he has a way to get there. He just has to open his eyes and decide to go there as well. Hey, G, nice to see you. Love you. Thank you. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cross the next couple of cards here. Nine of Swords crossed with the Page of Wands. And I think he's been out a few times tonight already. That Nine of Swords is just saying, yes, you are going to find a way out of your head. You're going to find a way out of the things that are tormenting you at night, keeping you from sleeping. You may be going through a period in your life where you're not sleeping well, right? Maybe dreams are keeping you up. Maybe guilt is keeping you up because you feel guilty that you had someone in your life that wasn't perfect for you, but you didn't want to hurt them by letting them go. Libra, this Page of Wands over here is a messenger. Its message is to bring you hope, to let you know that you have to do what's right for you. You are not, and this is very Libra too, you don't have to be a people pleaser. You do not have to be a people pleaser. You have to be a you pleaser, right? Because when you die, what's that done for you that you please other people and you never lived your life purpose? Then when you go into your next life, what did you do to learn your lessons in this life that you get to go on to the next lesson? You're going to have to relive this lesson, whether in this life or your next life, right? Don't be a people pleaser. The message here is don't be a people pleaser. Don't get in your head over what you think other people need or need to hear from you. You need to do what's right for you, okay? And let's check out this Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. There it is. Your support card was the Four of Pentacles. It is now crossed by the Queen of Swords. Mental clarity, fairness in all that you do and all that you think. And once you get to a point where you can get out of your head and accept the message that this life is about you, not other people, right? Then you will gain that clarity. You will stop being overprotective and Scroogey, like in the support of the entire reading. You will. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing all these four birds. Four birds, again, four, you guys. Four. Told you about my 444s. Four birds on this card. It's like taking flight. It's like it's time for you to take flight and stand in your power, okay? Let's go ahead and check out your outcome card here, the Wheel of Fortune. And, oh my gosh, what do we get? We get the Queen of Cups, you guys. It doesn't get much more beautiful than that. Like, you can't have the Wheel of Fortune going around without a little bit of love and compassion, right? Oops, sorry. They're upside down here. Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups, love and compassion is going to turn that wheel for you. Remember, I did not hear this wheel turning. That love and compassion has to come for you, right? It has to be in your mind. Get out of this Nine of Swords. Remember the message of the Page of Wands. Get out of that. Get out of your mind. Get out of your way. Get ready for what is to come. In your outcome card is the Wheel of Fortune will turn when you learn to love yourself. What did we get for your healing card? Can you guys read this? Self-love. Self-love, Libra. Self-love for yourself, okay? Self-love is what's going to turn that wheel for you. And I love this reading. I was scared going through it. I was like, oh my gosh, poor Libras. But when I get to that very end and I get that Queen of Cups, I'm just so, my heart is reinforced for you guys. So I almost wanted to cry. It was very beautiful, very, very beautiful. And now, Libra, thank you for letting me read for you. And Scorpios, you are up next. I love how that all tied back together with the first original card. So pretty. Guys, I actually just wiped a tear from my eye. That's crazy. All right, so we are on Scorpio, and we are at, sorry, I have to flip this up every time I want to look at the time, 3016. What does Scorpio need to focus healing on at this time? Scorpio's raring to go. This is great. Love it, Scorpio. Get on your game. Okay, here we are again. Say what you mean, but I also looked at the bottom of the deck, and like I said, I haven't done that many times in tonight's readings, but we also get dream. There's something about dreams. Dreams, if you don't remember your dream, focus on trying to remember your dreams. But if there are dreams coming through that you're remembering that are giving you an insight into this card here, I would say definitely listen to the dreams. I love how she's like so trusting with that tiger there. It's so beautiful. This is the dream card, and I'm seeing that in contrast to say what you mean. If you don't say what you mean, people will not understand, and they will turn away from you. They will walk away. If you can't say what's in your heart, know that you can't have what's meant to be. Like, I feel like they are meant to be together, but they're not together because they're not speaking, they're not communicating. So open up that communication chakra. Open up. Think blue, blue, like electric blue. Open up and clear that communication chakra within your throat and communicate. Say what you mean. Is David here? Ah, he is. Hey, buddy. One of my favorite people in the world. He's like my polar opposite, but I love that guy. We're getting to Capricorn there, bud. We are right now on Scorpio. You guys, I'm not even kidding. You'll have to watch the first video to see why I am coming back. And it's like, I feel called to come back. I got some downloads. I had, in my channel this morning, in my meditation, I saw my tarot card, a specific deck, which I'm not using tonight. And it's not one that I like to use because it's too big for my hands to shuffle. But it had dust on it, and it was kind of telling me it's time to dust off the cards and get back to work. So, you guys, I'm going to try to get back to work, and I hope that you all are here to support me in that. All right, so Scorpio. 5 of Wands. Some kind of a turmoil. I feel like this is more within yourself, though. I don't feel like this has to do with other people. I feel like this is a war within yourself, and something that you definitely right now we're being asked to heal the shadows within ourselves, right? So I feel like this is a war. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I hear myself talking to myself in my head all the time, and I'm always like, it sounds like my voice. But I also hear my voice when it gets mad in my head, and I'm like, shut up, you can't come out, you don't get to speak. I feel like for you Scorpios, this is a war within yourself, within your head, right? I feel like this is more of a mind trick that you're going to have to face. And we're being asked at this time also to face our fears, right? So your fears are in your head. And like, again, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it every single time we have readings, your mind is your most powerful tool. With your mind, you can manifest, alchemize, create, do anything that you want to do. Make it come into existence. right now with you, Scorpio, I feel like you need to clear this energy out of your mind, because if you don't, you're going to take it into every relationship and every single thing that you do in your daily life. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we got for you. There it is. So in your recent past, something happened that created a clarity of mind for you. Okay, so you have the Ace of Swords. You have that new beginning of mind. You know what you have to do to create a more beautiful life for yourself, a more cohesive life for yourself, right? You already know. You guys, I'm not gonna read that one. I'm trying to figure out if it's walking from or walking towards. It is the Eight of Cups at this time. I feel both. I feel both for you, Scorpio. I feel like you're walking away from something so that you can releasing it, because you have the clarity of mind at this time from all the battles that were waging within your mind at one point, and you're walking also towards something. I wouldn't, and every time I've said this tonight, I get the card that I need. I wouldn't be surprised if the sun doesn't come out for you at some point, because of course he's walking away under the moon. But in this deck, it shows the sun and the moon up there. Oh no, can you see it? Yeah. The sun is within the moon, and we know the story of the sun and the moon. So I do feel like this is, or maybe it's an entire moon cycle. Maybe it's a 30-day cycle that you're entering into. Oof. Nice. Okay. Bottom of the deck. The star. Oh. Sorry, guys. I think that was my work calling, but my phone knows to cut them off. So anyways, so we are going from in your mind, warring within yourself, right? Warring within your heart and your mind about where you should be, what you need, what you want. I think on one hand, it's more of a pentacles over a love situation type thing is what I'm hearing. And you're thinking that, well, in order to have this, I need this, but this is showing up, and it means that you might have to give in a little bit on the other side. Like one thing is showing up, but the other isn't quite equal to what you have to offer as well. And so within your mind, you're worrying about whether this is the right place to be in the right time with the right person or situation. Because you get that mental clarity. That Ace of Swords is not there by mistake. I want you to know that. That is in your recent past. It's not there by mistake. It is there to say, you know. At this point in your head, the clouds are clearing. It's time to take action. And with the Eight of Cups, I do believe it's both a walking away from and a walking towards, right? Again, this whole top three cards, how you show up, your recent past, your immediate future, kind of all says the same thing, and it explains why you show up as the Five of Wands. It's warring within yourself. Because, and I wouldn't have been surprised that the Four of Cups didn't show up. It's not showing up how you expected it to show up. That's manifestation 101. Be more specific, right? But if you really want this, you can have it. Here, you're still on that Two of Pentacles ride. You're still down here in the carnival. You're still trying to decide which one is more important to you, and you're going to have to decide. Supporting the reading, there's the Three of Pentacles. So you go from the 2 to the 3. The collaboration is there. That union is there. I really wanted to say this was a love reading, but I don't feel until I get my crossing cards that I can say that. I think it's more at this time, it has to do with finances, whether or not you can see somebody in your life fitting in with, like being able to support you or not support you, or you support them, however it goes. your final outcome is happening. It doesn't matter whatever you decide to choose. It's happening. You have the 8 of Wands, right? That's the Cupid card. That's the only card here I see that regards love, outside of the 8 of Cups. But the 8 of Cups is just passion for something, right? With the 8 of Wands, which is 2 8s, by the way, and you go from the 8 of Cups to the 8 of Wands to the 5 of Wands to the 8 of Wands. In this, if you go diagonal, it's just saying it's whatever is going to happen for you is already en route. Like when you pull the 8 of Wands, it's already en route. It's already happening. It's coming. Like Cupid's arrow hits harder and faster than you have any choice over, right? It's like it's already coming to you. You're just going to have to figure it out when it gets there, you know? Sorry, guys. I did do this reading differently. I pulled the crossing cards first, the Golden Art Nouveau, and now I'm going to pull the crossing cards, which should have been the first card down from the Mystical Manga Tarot. I'm so used to just using that deck every day, so. All right, yes. Crossing our 5 of Wands, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which again leads me to believe this has more to do with money and finances than it does have to do with love, okay? Not to say it doesn't have to do with love. I'm just saying maybe you're gauging your relationship with somebody over what their income is, and that's not a way to decide if you want to be with somebody. You should be with somebody because they feel good to you, they compliment you, and you compliment them, okay? But the Ace of Coins is here, and it is, you know, it's the Horn of Plenty. It's kind of Thanksgiving, so I wouldn't be surprised if by Thanksgiving you aren't wearing a new pair of shoes. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Anyways, let's go into your recent past. You have the Chariot again, another fast-moving card, right? That's a chariot moving you forward, especially with the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords was clearing out the clutter. It's the beginning. It's the mind clearance. It's knowing and focusing on what it is that you want. The Chariot is there to support it and bring it and help this Eight of Cups over here. So let's see what we get crossing the Eight of Cups, because I'm really curious now. Queen of Coins. So we go from the Ace of Coins to the Chariot with the Ace of Wands, which 2 aces is always a yes. It's always a yes, right? To the Queen of Coins. So the Queen of Coins is fair and plentiful, and she's just that one up from, she's the marriage material girlfriend. She's the, what are you walking away from? You're walking away from the bickering, and you're being drawn towards something more Queen of Coins like, something more marriage material, something and I think I said this in the beginning of the reading, it wasn't more of a feeling of walking away from as it was a walking towards something, but I said it could go either way, and I feel like it is moving towards the Queen of Coins, right? The person with the stability for you, whether it be mind or finances. I hope it's not all about finances. I hope that you have your heart and your mind in there. But it's also about these 2 cards that you have up here. You have Say What You Mean and Dreams. Remember that, okay? Those were your oracle cards for this reading. So we have to go back to that. Say what you mean. You can lose the love of your life by not speaking up, by not running after them, by not, saying what it is that you mean, or clearing up the confusion, which is that 5 of Swords here, how you showed up in the beginning, right? So let's see what this 2 of Pentacles, because this one is the one that I really want to know about. Everything else makes a lot of sense to me. Moving on to calmer shores. So that 8 of Cups is still walking away or walking towards something, but what is it doing? What is it bringing into fruition? Is bringing into that Queen of Coins, that fertility, that abundance mindset. With the Two of Pentacles, you are crossed now by the Six of Swords. That's that moving on to calmer waters. That's that going from the, literally, I can't make this up. And I wish I had the other card where I showed you in the Two of Pentacles. Normally those ships are rising up over stormy waters. They are sitting on the crests of the waves, right? But what does the Six of Swords crossing it say? Moving on to calmer shores, moving into something much more suited to you, something that is better for you, okay? Let's go ahead and see what kind of crossing card we get for this collaboration down here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I can't. So with your collaboration card of the Three of Pentacles, you get the Ten of Pentacles. You're moving into that happy home, happy life, legendary. You're leaving a legacy behind, right? When you come into collaboration with self and this, and your true purpose, and you say what you mean, you follow your dreams, that happy home, happy life is supporting this entire reading. And again, remember, I haven't crossed it yet, but your outcome card is the Eight of Wands. Let's see what comes up with the Eight of Wands. How can you have a happy home and a happy life without an Empress or an Emperor? All right, that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Your Empress and your Eight of Wands are your future outcome cards. I don't think, unless you don't know tarot very well, there's not a lot more to say. That is already on its way to you. But it had to do with clearing out the clutter, clearing out and moving towards what it was that you wanted, envisioning what it was that you wanted, and just taking that leap of faith and going for it, right? Remember to say what you mean. Follow your dreams. I have a feeling that there's probably, I don't know, not a lot of people that I listen or meet anymore say that they even dream. So I'm like, how do you not dream, weirdo? Because I dream a lot. I don't have nightmares, thank God. Thank you, God. But I dream every night, and I just find it weird when people tell me they don't dream. So I just feel like there's a lot of unblocking they have to do to be able to dream. My stepdad, my best friend in the world, never dreamed, but he was an amazing man. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what is our timestamp? 4812. Sagittarius. Rejection. Okay, Sagittarius, there's something about rejection that you're feeling you need to heal from, or the universe is asking you to be open to heal from at this time, okay? Rejection, whew, that's a tough cookie to swallow, right? But if you're in a good place, you know your heart. I know I went through rejection recently myself too at the end of last year. Rejection is sometimes an unanswered prayer, right? So what is that Garth Brooks song? And sometimes we thank God for unanswered prayers. Rejection isn't always about you. You know, like I made sure that when I broke up with John that I let him know, I'm like, hey, we got into this knowing that we were both rebounds and we wished for the best, but it's not that I'm rejecting you. It's just we're not meant to be, and I don't want to continue to, waste either of our time. So it's easy to get into something, but it's hard to get out. And sometimes some people don't have a cool way of, moving on and getting out of it. They're just like, I'm done. I'm out. sorry, out of here, whatever. Rejection is just about learning to accept that you are enough. You are worthy of love and a relationship. You're worthy. Even in work, if you get fired from a job, it doesn't always mean that you did a bad job. It just means that you didn't do the job that they wanted you to do, right? Or you weren't what they expected you to be, or however it turns out. It's not that you're not worthy or that you're not enough. It's just that you were in the right place at the right time with the right person or situation, okay? So let's go ahead and pull Sagittarius' cards. We're on Sagittarius, Kimmy. Either that or I'm way behind in my chat up there on my phone. That was Scorpio. We're on Sag. Thank you. Ooh. I'm feeling blocks of something. Blocks. Chunks. I don't know why I saw pineapple. That did not make sense. But something is very blocked here. Someone's reliving the past. That's what I feel like it is. Somebody is reliving the past. And in doing so, it's blocking their future, right? And I don't know how far back they're reliving that past, but you are showing up here as the Five of Wands, which right as I was saying it, I pulled that card, right? It is also that conflict card, right? You can't move into your future and grab onto it with both hands if your hands are still holding on to the past, right? Which is exactly what I'm feeling here. In the past, or recent past, I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles here. We drew the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles talks about he knows he's successful, right? He knows he's where he's supposed to be, going where he's supposed to be, but he also thinks, but what if I'm supposed to be somewhere else? Or what if there's more for me, right? He's successful, or he's complacent in his place in life. He has enough money to pay his bills. He's going in the right direction if he wants to just drift through life, right? But he's at that pinnacle, almost the fork in the road, where he's kind of like, is there more for me? Am I settling? Is there more for me? He's questioning, she's questioning, is there more for me, right? So this is the recent past. So first you get the Five of Wands, which is the conflict, which is probably all in your head. I wouldn't be surprised if that's crossed with a sword. But then in the recent past, it's that Seven of Pentacles, and that makes a lot of sense. These two together already make a lot of sense. But let's go ahead and see in the immediate future, you have the Strength card, okay? And the Strength card talks about drawing upon your inner strength, your mind as your strongest weapon, and trying to set things right? There's something about that rejection still. I'm waiting to see more how this, sorry, I showed it to the wrong camera, how this is showing up. It made you feel dejected, right? Rejection can make you feel dejected. It can make you feel less than or unworthy. Again, what I would say, my favorite time to do my affirmations, I do them throughout the day, but my favorite time and I think my most powerful time, first is when I first wake up in the morning, when I go to bed at night, but in the shower, I say my affirmations. And when I say my affirmations, I also imagine the opposite of what affirmation I'm putting into myself, leaving my energy field, right? And like y'all know, if you watched the first video today, I did a lot of energy clearing, and it was all about letting go of other people's preconceptions of myself and the energy that they had left behind. So Coming from the Strength card, we go into the Knight of Wands. That is following. It's like the mini me for the Hermit. It's following your passion. It is also bringing. So you may be a messenger or a light for someone else. I don't see anything negative really within the reading. I'm getting a little bit of confused, mixed signals. And so I'm excited to do the crossover cards. So again, we go from the fighting in the mind, the Seven of Pentacles, having built something but feeling like it's not enough, right? Knowing that you're okay if you stay there, but not feeling like it's enough for you and you want more, right? You have the Strength card here supporting you. The Strength card is going to be that card that brings you or helps support this King of Wands, which I feel is more of a Hermit card energy, which they have very similar energies, but it's also talking about not just following your inner light, it's talking about following that passion, following the messenger. There's some message that you're getting or going to be getting or have been getting, and you're maybe not paying attention to it, right? But if you follow your heart's light, you will end up on the right path. Let's find out what your support card is, shall we? Lovers. No, not Lovers. Two of Cups. Sorry, Two of Cups. I misspoke. So the Two of Cups, and I love this. It doesn't have to be about love. I don't know why I said lovers. Maybe it is about love, or maybe you're wishing for love. I feel like, because I'm watching the snakes commingle here in the card, I'm seeing more of that healing the conflict, being strong enough, to reach out for what it is that you want, whatever more it is that you want from that Seven Pentacles, to bring yourself into a higher state, or even into the Royal Court cards, right? I feel like there is a will within you that wants you to go there. Oh, ouch. Your outcome card is the Ten of Swords, but that's not a bad thing, right? That just means that you've made the decision that this is not enough. I'm kind of hurting here, and I want more. I deserve more. I need more, right? So let's go ahead and go into your crossover cards. What is helping or hindering? Ooh, Saggy. Got a lot of heavy stuff going on here, but you know what? You guys are strong. You are strong as a horse. You can come through this, Saggies. Whatever this is, you're going to pull through. No problem. Let's see. Who are you? What the what? I love this. So for your Five of Wands, you're crossed by the Seven of Wands. Okay, victory over your mind. Victory over whatever is holding you back. Victory, King of the Mountain, over whatever, wasn't right for you. Seven of Wands. 5 to a 7. Progression. Growth. Expansion. Okay? So let's see what we have for the Seven of Pentacles. Temperance. Yeah, what wasn't serving you, you learned how to alchemize that with the Temperance card, right? Turning the water into wine. I guess we've talked about that a couple times tonight. Because Temperance has been out a lot tonight. So I do believe that that's part of, all the astrology that's going on right now. And we did, like I said, in part 1, talk about most of this stuff. And I'm not going to reiterate it on too much. But, ooh, I like this. You have 2 cards so far for alchemy. 2 cards. So you have Temperance over here on the Seven of Pentacles saying, life isn't exactly what I wanted, what I thought it would be going down this path. I want to maybe change it, right? And that's kind of where the whole warring with the Five of Wands had you coming in at. So you're going into your immediate future here, and you're crossing it with the Star. the Star card is another wish fulfillment card, right? To me, this, I know that everybody else says different, but for me, the Star card is my most powerful alchemy card. I feel like she is, and maybe it's just me and my childhood dreams wishing on stars, but I feel like she is the bringer of the light, the bringer, like she's that starseed energy coming down on the Strength card to bring you your wishes, your dreams, and say, yes, this is your life purpose. This is where you need to go, where you need to be. So follow your stars. Oh gosh, what is that movie? I love that movie. A Knight's Tale. Have you guys seen that movie? I love that movie so much. A Knight's Tale. You can change your stars. And I feel like that's kind of what this reading is also. I haven't even thought of that movie in years, you guys. So for it to come up, one of his things in the movie was, you can change your stars, right? So just because you think it's set in the stars doesn't mean it is, because you can change your destiny. You can change your stars. So I like that message. That was nice. Yeah. Your Knight of Wands is crossed with the Hierophant. And we know, I actually thought I was going to get the High Priestess, but we get the Hierophant. That is the male. That's the masculine energy, right? That's a little more stamina for you. I'm not going to say women aren't strong, but men have a little bit more pull, especially when you go back to the High Priestess and the Hierophant era. The Hierophant had more pull than the High Priestess did. Was followed and, listened to a little bit more on a logical scale. More faith was put into the Hierophant over the High Priestess. I feel like at this time, you already know, and you've been in your mind over which way you should go, what you should do. Because of past rejections, you weren't looking at future opportunities. And so stop with the past, because, like I said, you can't reach for your future if your hands are still holding on to the past. Let go of the past, move into your future. All right, so let's see what we have on the Two of Cups. Oh my, nuh-uh. I can't, you guys. Video over, I'm done. I can't. I'm so done. You get the Two of Cups with the Two of Cups. Oops, sorry. It's upside down. Two of Cups with the Two of Cups. Is it still upside down? I don't know. You guys, I'm looking at two different videos and I'm trying to figure out which one I'm watching. Yeah. Two of Cups with the Two of Cups supporting the reading. Literally, I can't make that up. That doesn't happen that often, you guys. That is 1 in a million over there. But yes, so supporting the reading, and what I'm being shown here in the second one, and I think we had it up here. Yes, the Strength card. What I'm seeing in this second Two of Cups, remember in the first Two of Cups, I saw the healing of the snakes, right? The medical symbol with the healing of the snakes up here, right? But crossing it, I get this Two of Cups, and I'm seeing the lion, the strength and the determination that it takes to get to that union, right? What did you have up here coming out of in your immediate future, coming out of your past, was the Strength card crossed by the star, a wish fulfillment, right? So supporting the reading, the Two of Cups crossed by the Two of Cups. Can't make it up, you guys. Cannot make it up. And let's go for your outcome card, which is the Ten of Swords. What do we have for? I'm going to ask for one more. Okay. Yeah. So, not to add salt to injury. So you coming out, remember we have the Ten of Swords, right? We know a cycle has ended. It's all about that rejection card up here. What do we have to heal? We have to heal that to get past this Ten of Swords. So there's no more swords to be thrown at your back. You cannot hurt any more than you've already been hurt, okay? The Tower moment brings you down. It brings you back down to rebuilding a foundation, right? And I asked for one more card. And the card to cross the Tower moment is the Knight of Cups. Now remember, the Knight of Cups is a very slow-moving knight, but so is healing. Healing does not happen overnight. Healing happens over a period of time. So it's time to forgive yourself, forgive the situation, forgive whoever it was that hurt you or whatever it was that hurt you, so that you can heal. But know that in healing, with this Temperance card up here, you're going to come out just fine. And when you do, there's going to be a new position in your heart. There's going to be a new message, an offering, a new way of looking at life with more compassion, okay? And I don't know what your story is, Sagittarius, but that is the message I have for you. Thank you for letting me read for you, and we are moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn. I think we are moving on to Capricorn at 105:43. No, hold on. Let me finish picking up my cards. So I'll give you a new time. Okay, I'll give you a new time. All right, Sagittarius, 106:15. Sagittarius. What is your healing oracle card? What if you... No, not Sagittarius. Sorry, Capricorn. We're on Capricorn, right? Did I say Capricorn? I'm sorry if I said the wrong thing, you guys. I need some water. Capricorn. Yes, currently on Capricorn. That was crazy. All right, Capricorn, what do you not want to tell us? What do you... Oh, I like this, Cappy. I like this. I like this a lot. So you get card number 32, Phoenix Rising. Okay, so you've had your Ten of Swords. You've had your Ten of Wands. It's time for you to rise from the ashes, but... And that's so funny, you guys. I wish I could turn my camera around and show you what's on my meditation channel on TV right now. There's yellow golden wings going up the screen. Anyways, this is talking about, rising from the ashes. Yes, you have been put down as far as you can go. You've been burnt up, burnt out. It's time for you to rise like the beautiful, beautiful soul that you were meant to be. Okay? So let's go ahead and get your reading started, Capricorn. I don't know why. I just got like phlegm in my throat and I keep feeling like I have to cough. And I know Capricorns have gone through a lot, but I know that myself and a couple other Capricorns that I'm in contact with that are also readers, we're in a very positive vibration right now with the energies. So it's like, I feel, if I could explain how I feel like the fool standing on the cliff ready to make that jump, that leap of faith. Like something super huge is about to happen and I don't know what it is, but I'm not afraid of it. Like I just want to do it. I just want to do it. Whatever it is, I just want to do it. So, yeah, that's how myself and a couple other Capricorn readers are feeling. All right. Oof. Okay, Capricorn, you're showing up as yourself here in the middle with the devil. When I did the collective reading earlier today, what I didn't post was I got, for the healing card, was the Saboteur, right? I got the Saboteur and Pride. For the collective, and the Saboteur immediately brought me back to the Devil Energy card. It's that don't sabotage your life or your the things that you're going for or what you're doing. Of course, it could just mean Capricorn, the climbing, and it could just be the goat, and that. Mostly, what I feel though again is something's holding you back. You're allowing something to hold you back that you're allowing to sabotage your life, your relationships, your moving forward progress. So with that Devil card, I just feel like there's something holding you back, that you're allowing to hold you back. Again, it doesn't have to be for that, but it could be. It could just be Capricorn showing up as Capricorn. The Hanged Man in your recent past, this is accepting consequences. This is seeing things from a new perspective. Yes, he did choose to put himself in that, and that's acknowledging their faults. That's acknowledging your fault in something or a situation, and it's accepting the consequences of your actions, right? Accepting, the things that have held you back up to this point. In your immediate future, you have the Knight of Wands. So again, we get to move out. The Hanged Man gets to like cut himself down from the tree and move on, and become the Knight of Wands. So again, blur genders, or whatnot, but this is a Capricorn reading. So Capricorn showing up as themselves, but the connotations of the Devil card is bondage, addiction, being held back, but being held back not by another person, but by your own self, limited beliefs, limited belief system, and the things that don't serve your higher purpose. Oh gosh, what happened today? I did something and it was like, oh wait, I canceled delete immediately. I was like, that's not me. That's not my higher purpose. That is when you're ascending, things are going to come against you to try and pull you back or make you doubt the path that you're on, right? And I canceled delete immediately. As soon as I hear something in my mind that, doesn't serve my higher purpose, I'm like, cancel delete. Nope, you have no room. You're not paying rent. You have no room in my head, right? So that's kind of that feeling I'm getting here, is you need to learn how to cancel delete the limiting beliefs or negative thoughts that are coming into your head space at this time. Moving into the Knight of Wands there. Again, so, pages are messengers, but knights are deliverance, right? So knights are one step past the page's message. He's delivering the message, right? He is not just showing up. He's showing up ready to fight for what he wants, ready to hammer that message home in whatever way that he has to, okay? So, Queen of Cups. All right, we're moving into the Queen of Cups. Moving into from a... I feel this is more of learning to love yourself. Again, even with the Phoenix Rising, it is a female card, female on the card. I feel this is more about having been in a timeout for a minute, learning to follow that inner light, that heart space, right? Learning to love yourself so that you can love others. And if you love yourself, then others can love you as well, right? Wow. Oh, shoot. I almost said a cuss word there, guys. Almost, sorry. So you get the Queen of Wands supporting the reading. She's the fiery, passionate, sexy queen, takes no bull from nobody. She knows where she's going. She knows what she wants. Almost like her heart can't be broken because she doesn't allow anybody into that space to break it, right? But she's tempered over here with the Queen of Cups. So I love that the two came out together. It's almost like there's a Gemini feeling within the Capricorn energy right now. That's that fire and water, makes steam. And I love that. So there's something very sexy going on here for you Capricorns. Your final outcome card is the Seven of Wands. That's that king at the hill. That's the defending your position in the battle. I won the battle. I'm going to defend my place. I'm going to, I don't want to look at Ukraine and Russia right now, but if Ukraine were to win the war, they would definitely stand up as the Seven of Wands, wouldn't they, and defend their position in this battle and say, hey, I won, this is my land, and you can just stop being the bully and stay out of it. But let's go ahead and get our crossing cards for you, Capricorn. Oh, I swear I felt the card fall. Angels. Oh, Capricorn, another very Capricorn card crossing you. So the Devil card is very much a Capricorn card, but so is the Nine of Pentacles. Very much an Earth Capricorn card there, crossing the Independence. You have within you the ability to be the best person that you can be. But I feel like, and I'm hearing that Saboteur card again, I feel like you have to get out of your way. If there are habits or addictions or things that you need to leave in the past to live your best life, then now is the time to do that, okay? Because you're at your pinnacle. You're ready to spring forward in whatever it is that the universe, your divine timing, planning, whatever has, for you. You're ready to spring forward, but there may, for some of you, be something that you have to cut ties with. Don't know what it is. For each of us, it's going to be different. Take it as it resonates. Let's go ahead and look at the recent past. Yeah, Four of Cups. Not seeing things. Oh, wow. I love this. But they came out together. Not only did the recent past have the Hanged Man the first time around, needing to see things from a different perspective, but he put himself in that position, right? You also have the Four of Cups, needing to see things from a different perspective with a clearer mind, a clearer mindset. Because things don't show up how we expect them to does not mean they are not meant for us. We need to acknowledge, no matter what it is that is showing up for us, for what it is, okay? Well, Capricorns, you are being stubborn tonight, and that's crazy. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands crossed with the Seven of Swords. There may be some sneaky, deceptive behavior going on, whether it's you or with somebody else, okay? So we have the Knight of Wands crossed by the Seven of Swords. It's time to lay that to rest. Let it go. If you know what it is, who it is, even if it's you, it's time to stop. Stop whatever it is. Put down your foot and be like, nope, I'm not taking that into my future. That is not going to serve me well in the future, is it? So, Queen of Cups is crossed by the Two of Swords. This is crazy. I'm sorry. I watched Middle Pond Tarot earlier, and he was like, every sign's getting Two of Swords. I'm like, no, they're not. And Capricorn, you're getting the Two of Swords. So, I read this a little bit differently. I read this, I think I read it like I do, like Middle Pond Tarot does. I don't read it like my friend Justin Rivers does, but I read the Two of Swords as more of, again, standing in your own way, right? It's having a choice to make, and the path is open to us to make the choice. But we're so caught up in our head that it's that indecisiveness, it's that procrastination, because we're like, well, if I make this choice, I have to go this way. If I make this choice, I have to go this way, and I'm not ready to do this. I'm not ready to deal with that. And, we get stuck in that procrastination. We sit on this beautiful bench in front of the beautiful water. Instead of making a decision, we procrastinate and we sit there on it. And I don't know. I believe that even though Capricorns are climbers, we tend to procrastinate when it feels more difficult than we want it to feel. So that's all I have to say for you there. Oh, was it you guys I said I felt something of the Hermit here? No, that was the last sign. So we are getting in our support card crossed by the Hermit, again, that's following your intuition, following your inner light, following your inner guidance, following your path of enlightenment, whether that means you need a little bit more time to be in that hanged man mode. We're not all in the same place, right? Just because we are Capricorns doesn't mean we are all guided by the same moon and rising signs, so we are all in different places, so take it how it resonates. But this Hermit is here for a reason. He's telling you, you know, deep down in your heart and in your solar plexus, where you need to be in your life, what you need to do to get there, and how you need to get there, right? Whether it's addiction, setting free from addiction, whether it's seeing things for what they are and not what you want them to be, whether it's scouting out, deception in our life, whether it's deception to ourselves or deception from others, making that decision, right? Making the decision over here with that Queen of Cups, I feel like it has something to do with your heart, with your emotion, something you're emotionally attached to, and that maybe you don't want to make that decision for fear of hurting another or for fear of hurting yourself. Nobody wants to hurt themselves, right? So I feel like there is a decision that has to be made. You know the decision you have to make. Follow your inner light. Follow the guidance, okay? And you will get to where you need to be. Let's go with your crossing card for the Seven of Wands is the Page of Pentacles. So again, we get another page. So another page for you just means another message, another blessing. And this is the Pentacles. So I feel like this is moving you into a more abundant state of being, right? You've won the war. Say you're Ukraine. You won the war. You defend yourself. And then you start to recover with that page, right? So the best way I can describe it is defending your place in the battlefield. You won the war, defend it. In defending it and healing and making the proper decisions and going down the right pathways, that Page of Pentacles is coming in to help you rebuild, to help you get past whatever it is and live a more abundant life, or the beginning for a more abundant life or future for you. Okay, so Capricorns, that is what I have for you. I hope this helped, and we are... Ooh, that's a really good one, Jean. Which suit is faster, air or water? So Aries, air or fire. Air is the fastest suit in the deck. Yeah, sorry. I had to stop and think about that. No. Yeah, air holds Cupid's bow, fire climbs. So yeah, so air is faster than fire, Jean. I hope I wasn't too late to answer that, but was there something that I said that made you ask that question? I'd love to answer it if there was. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just realized there's a card flipped over in my deck. Mental clarity. You know, Capricorns, what it is you have to do. For each one of you, it's going to be different, but you know what it is that you have to do to make this reading come right. Just saying. Like I said, for each one of us, we know it's different. We are not all held to the same. But yeah, that was a message that had to come out for someone. I thought so too, but another reader said fire was faster and there is no... Yeah, all I know is what I can intuitively speak and what I've studied for the tarot, and no, air is faster. Also, the Chariot is air, and the Chariot and the Eight of Wands both belong to the air sign. So fire can burn, but fire starts very slowly, so it starts with a spark, right? But air, when the wind comes through, it just blows through, and it throws that fire across wherever it wants it to go. So remember that air controls the fire, okay? Yeah, Queen of Swords, that mental clarity. For each Capricorn, it's going to mean something different. But however that card got flipped over in there is probably a flipper that I missed when I was doing the reading. I always read that thoughts are faster than action. Yeah, and so if you look at the nights, and I think I'll do a reading on this someday, on the pages and the nights, right? Each one comes in at a different pace. And in that sense, you can kind of look at how they, that suit follows suit. So when you look at the Knight of Swords, he is the fastest moving knight in the deck. So he literally is the fastest one. So swords are the fastest. Okay, we move all the way back to Pentacles. Pentacles are the slowest moving in the deck. Does that help in any way? Yes, thoughts are the fastest, so swords are thoughts. I'll do a short clip one day on the different suits, and I'll start with the knights, I think, because the knights explain a lot. When you look at even if any one of you want to do some homework tonight, like pull out your 4 knights, lay them down, put them in order, and see how, go from Pentacles all the way up to Swords, and see how each one of them reacts differently within the deck. One is just trotting along, minding his own business, probably picking dandelions for, some fair maiden that he sees along the way. And then you get up to that Knight of Swords, and he's like, I ain't got time for nothing. I'm getting in here. I'm clearing this out. So if you look at your knights, they literally will tell you how each suit moves. All right, so we are on Aquarius. Aquarius, your time is 1:26:54. I think it said. I don't know. I got to stop watching chat. All right. Victim of consciousness. Ooh, a number 12, breaking down into a 3. Victim of consciousness. Okay. Yeah. This is talking about being in your head, Aquarius, and this is very Aquarius. Being so much in your head that you can't see, what is that saying? You can't see something through the rain. You can't, it's that saying, you can't, I can't get it. But this is being in your head that you can't see the truth through the pain, or you can't, you're so in your head that you don't know what's going on around you because you're victimizing yourself with what ifs and where am I and why, so it's a 12 breaking down into a 3. I'll show it to you. I'm seeing that crow, and I know I'm Native American, and a lot of Native Americans are very superstitious against crows, but then there are those of us from Alaska where we come from Crow tribe, or is it, the Crow tribes, and that I do come from the Crow tribes. So I also come from a bear tribe, but crows to me are very sacred, and some of my best friends, I love crows. But I'm seeing that crow here, and I feel like that crow is trying to speak or bring messages, and I see birds as messengers as well. So I feel like there is something here that's trying to make itself known, and it's not being received because somebody is so caught up in their mind or their head. But let's go ahead and pull the cards and see what we have for you, Aquarius. Gumdrops falling in the rain, raindrops. You guys know what the number 1 song on the day of my birth was? Raindrops keep falling on my head. I find that funny. I don't know why I find that funny. I hate the rain. Maybe that's why. Have you guys ever Googled the number 1 song on the day of birth? All right, Aquarius. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I get it. Victim consciousness. Yep, we're going to start here with the first 3. How you show up here is the Three of Swords. You know, we've talked about this. This card has come out. I think this is going to be the 5th or 6th sign that has come out for tonight. And that doesn't surprise me because there's always going to be half of the zodiac that's going through one thing where the other half is not completely going through that. We're going to feel variations of it. But for you, Aquarius, I feel like right now is like a very pinnacle place for you. It's kind of that 10 of Swords. I don't feel it's the 10 of Wands. I feel it's more the 10 of Swords. Like, throw your last sword at me, you know, I'm done. But this is the Three of Swords is how you're showing up. And again, we talked about this. If you are committed to healing yourself and not staying in a victim mentality, you need to face these things that have hurt you or the things that you've done to hurt yourself. You need to pull those swords out so that those wounds can heal, because they will never heal if the sword is still in there. They will not heal around the sword. They will forever be a wound until the sword is out so that the wound can heal itself, right? So, showing up as the Three of Swords, a very auspicious place to be for you, Aquarius, and I'm sorry about that. In the recent past, you have the Knight of Swords. Again, blur genders, but this could be somebody who put that final sword in your heart that left you feeling, you guys, hold on, I think my groceries are here. I need to, I'm so sorry. I meant to have this done before they showed up, but. Hi, give me a second. I'm sorry, I thought you'd be here closer to 9.
All right, have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You're welcome.
You guys, I'm so sorry. My groceries showed up, and then I found a package of mine on my neighbor's doorstep, and I'm like, what? That's mine. I don't even know what it is. I can't remember what I ordered. Anyways, where were we? We are on Aquarius, so we are talking about the Three of Swords, right? And I'm not too worried. I do know it's more a victim of consciousness, so I would not be surprised. This does remind me a whole lot of the Eight of Swords, right? The Eight of Swords talks about, even the Nine of Swords, but I feel more Eight of Swords energy with this card here. It's more about just a limiting belief, holding your own self in your pain. You don't have to be in pain. You don't have to be hurt, right? You can heal yourself, but you have to not only forgive the person or the situation that put the sword in your heart, or that feeling of pain in you. You forgive them, but you forgive yourself for your place in that situation as well, right? Because there is no true healing by just forgiving the other person. You have to forgive your part in that situation, because it takes two. No matter what, it takes two, right? Sometimes we can feel victimized, but if we stop and we look back on it and we go, you know what, I could have been a better person, or maybe I just shouldn't. Maybe I should have said I wasn't supposed to be in this position to begin with, but I let myself be there. So we have to forgive ourselves for stuff too. And I feel like that is a lot of what's going on with you, Aquarius. Here is that there's some forgiveness that you need to do in order to heal, in order to bring those swords out of your heart and move on. Okay, so going from the Knight of Swords in the recent past, we go into the Hierophant, right? The Hierophant is the walk the talk. And if you watch the first part of the videos, the first 6 readings that I did, we went into my channeled messages, which one of them was walk the talk, right? And so I love that the Hierophant comes out here today for you in this position at this time, right now, for you Aquarius, because it's walk the talk, like walk the walk, whatever it is, walk the talk is what I heard in my channeled message. But it was about, you can say all you want, but until you take an action to do things, actions speak louder than words. So words are just words until you put meaning behind them with action, right? So let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards here, and then we'll do some crossovers. Ooh, I like this. Aquarius, I think if you get out of your own way, you're in a good place. Ooh, and you have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. We're not going to talk about the Empress right now because I think that's a little bit beyond where you are at this time. But know that the Empress is out there waiting. So we go from the Hierophant. We go from being divinely guided, being supported, and given the things that we need in order to transverse this life. Like, we have never been given anything too hard to handle that we can't handle on our own. Like, the universe knows what we can handle. They know our constitution, they know our makeup, and they know what we've been through and what learning path we're on, and where we are within our soul's journey and how to help us get to the next place, right? So that Hierophant is here in the immediate future, reminding you that you are divinely guided in this situation at this time. Going into, the next step is the 7 of Cups, but it's a decision you have to make. That is that victim consciousness over here, your healing card. Make the decision that is wisest for you, not for who you think you want to be, but who in your soul you truly want to be, in your heart who you truly want to be, not in your mind what you think is best for the Joneses or something like that. That's not making that decision. Knowing that you have all the decisions are open to you. Are you willing to continue to repeat the same old patterns, or are you willing to take the next step in your evolution to a higher platform and plane, right? But that's up to you. That is your victim consciousness. Is your victim consciousness strong enough yet to finally move on to the next phase? If it is, and I believe it is, I believe that you're going to get through it this time. You do have the 8 of Wands down here. And again, that's my Cupid card, but it doesn't mean Cupid. Gina and I just had this conversation about the wands and, the fire and it was fire and, what did we talk about? Fire and air, I think it was. I don't know. Anyways, so this is the Cupid card, and that means that the arrow is already set in motion. That means that it's already on its way to you. This is supporting the reading. It's not showing up in the reading as a, if you do this, you do this, you do this. This is saying it's already on its way to you. You just have to get out of that victim consciousness and get out of your own way. Get out of that 8 of Swords mentality. Because this 8 of Wands right here wants to make it happen. It wants to fight your fight and bring it closure. Bring it to an end. I love how this came out with your final outcome card. Your final outcome card is the 6 of Cups. Now, we do know that this is a lot of, this card means so much that it can get bogged down and confusing depending on how you read your cards. The 6 of Cups can be a soulmate card. It can be a past relationship returning. It could just be a new love, right? But it's also restoring balance. It's a 6. I love my 6s. But in this reading, I'm going to look at it a second. We're going to pull the crossing cards. I don't feel like, Okay, I feel two things. I'm sorry, I didn't feel one thing, and then I felt both, and then I had to go, and it stuck me. Okay, so I do feel like if this is a past person returning, that it is a soulmate situation, for one, but I don't feel like you're in a victim mentality with this person. I feel like you victimized this person, that you feel like you did. I don't feel like you did necessarily. I'm not going to put blame on anybody. I'm going to say that I feel like you're feeling guilty because you think you did something wrong to them in the past. But there's never anything wrong. Like, yeah, there's the correct way to break up with somebody, but if you go off to heal yourself and find yourself and make a better you version, there's nothing wrong with that. It's how you handle it and how you do it that might have, negative connotations to it. But there's never anything wrong with saying, you know what, I'm not ready for this right now, and I got to go off and I got to go, find myself, be a better me before I come back to you a complete version of what you need, right? But I also feel like there is something new, something new and very sweet here that is going to remind you in some ways of something or the good parts of a relationship you had in the past, but it's going to remind you of only the good parts. And because of those good parts, though, you're still going to relate it to that negative stuff, and it's going to be one of those, you're going to have to alchemize the negative feelings that come with those good feelings in order to get past it. So let's go ahead and pull your crossing cards here, Aquarius, and see what this is all about. You guys, I do apologize for my groceries showing up. They weren't supposed to be here till 9. Is it 9? No, it's only 7:51. They came an hour early. Which is okay. I don't mind. Crossing the Three of Swords. There's that Seven of Pentacles again, you guys. We've had this in a couple readings tonight. I think we only had it crossing one time in another sign, but it wasn't what, or was it? Oh, it might have been with the Three of Swords at that time too. This is just, no, it wasn't. No, because it meant something else in the other reading, and I know what it meant. So the Seven of Pentacles is talking about the seeds that you've planted, oh gosh. Sorry, that's my work. It's talking about the seeds that you planted and then getting to a place where you should feel successful. Oh, you guys, I'm going to have to answer it. It's my work. It might be an alarm. Hey.
Hey, where's the deposit slips for the bank? If there's no more in the bucket.
Under my desk, in the box, back by the wall, in the corner.
Under your desk, by the wall.
Why are you still at work? You were off at 5:30.
I'm not. Sierra's texted me, so I just went ahead and called you.
Oh, gosh, you scared me. I thought you were still at work, and I was like, I scheduled you to be off at 5:30. I have to let you go. I'm in the middle of a live phone call.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Under my desk.
Hey.
Bye. Sorry, you guys. Are you guys still there? I lost my YouTube on my phone because of that. Here we are. All right. So let's get back to this reading. I apologize so much, you guys. Thanks for being patient with me. So with the Three of Swords, and like I said, I feel this is more beating up on yourself, right? I don't feel like people have hurt you more than you feel like you've hurt other people. And there's this Seven of Pentacles out here to, kind of exacerbate that. It's saying that, you've planted the seeds, you thought you were being fair, but you know what, you're still carrying around a lot of heavy baggage for, like, oh, this relationship wasn't right for me, so I just left it, or I just did this, or I moved on. But you feel like there's a few loose ends that you might have to clean up. so you can move into the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, right? You feel like you can't move past the 7 of Pentacles, the comfortable place, but the comfortable place is still feeling a negative weight on your heart. All right. I feel like you're working on that. There's that healing process going on over here, you know. You have the Knight of Swords, and that was that mental clarity, like saying, oh, I see it now. I see what I've done wrong. I see where I need to make corrections and fix it, because now it's crossed with the 6 of Wands, which is the parade, the victory, coming from a much more enlightened place, you know, a place, a better place. But not to say that the Knight of Swords wasn't a great place, because I think the Knight of Swords is one of my favorite cards in the deck. But my other favorite card is the 6 of Wands. I love that victory parade. You know, that's that last lap. Take your last lap after the NASCAR race, you know. That's that feel-good adrenaline high, getting out. That's your recent past. So that means you're moving with momentum, a good feeling into your, well, and, you know, the Hierophant here is, again, you know, walk the talk. Now you know what's wrong. Now you know where you went wrong. Now you know what's making you feel bad. Now it's time to walk the talk. Now it's time to take that into consideration and make something out of it, right? So let's pull and see. I like that. So we go from the King of Swords and the 6 of Wands to the Hierophant walking the talk. Who do we get? None other than the King of Wands, who is literally the card of walking the talk. He is literally that king. He's like, say what you mean and mean what you say. Do it, you know, like, he's like, do it. I love that. So, yeah, he is the king of say what you mean what you say, walk the talk. So he's crossing the Hierophant. He's literally out here, just, you know, reinforcing that whole belief of what I said with the Hierophant there in the immediate future. So let's check on this 7 of Cups here. What do we got crossing the 7 of Cups? You guys, we have the 6 of Cups. A decision is made. A decision from the heart. So if you know about all these cups here, they can be from the head, the heart, you know, it's air, fire, water, it's addiction, it's everything, right? It's taking everything into consideration. And will this person make the right decision for their life path? And this person makes a decision from the heart. So Aquarius, a decision from the heart is what's required here from you to live your best life at this time. So you're getting the 6 of Cups crossing your 7 of Cups. I don't see that as a digression. For those of you, I felt that question just now. I heard it. It's not a digression. It's moving from a place of indecision into decision. Okay. And in there, it's crazy how there are some cards that you have to move backward to move forward again. And in that situation, that is the perfect way to describe it, is going from the 7 of Cups, where you can choose. Again, I hear you in that lesser of two evils. You know, you don't have to choose between evils. You choose what's best for your heart and your soul path. So we're going to look here at our support card, the 8 of Wands, my Cupid card. And we get a moment of clarity. So if the King of Wands is that guy, the Queen of Swords is that girl. Like, I honestly, my feelings, the energy I get off these cards in every deck that I read for, almost, not every, that King of Wands is equal to the Queen of Swords. I don't know why I always feel that energy. They literally just take no bull. They're like, this is what it is. I'm done. I said my piece, and now it is what it is. So it is what it is. What is it? The 8 of Wands. She's like, no, there is no more to be said. This is the end of story. This is the period. This is the exclamation mark. This is it, right? Supporting the reading. It is what it is. She's saying it's done. It's the 8 of Wands, right? which can also still be a fiery, passionate new beginning, but whatever it is, it's on its way. The mental clarity is there. It's there. And if you don't feel it, like you're going to have a dream really soon or some kind of sign that's just going to be like in your face. I'm serious. That is such a cool support card. So we're going to look at your outcome. We got the Six of Cups with the Page of Wands. And how many times has he come out tonight as the clarifying cross card for the readings? But he is clarifying the Six of Cups as the Page of Wands. And he is a messenger, I feel like a messenger of love. I do not feel so much anymore like this is, even though we get the Six of Cups twice. Oh, wait, I didn't even catch that, you guys. Even though we get the Six of Cups twice in this reading, maybe it might be a second time around with you and a partner, but I feel like this, or maybe it's two. No, I'm not. No, I don't feel that. No, that was just a head thought. I feel like there's just this beautiful place. These are both on both sides of your support card, right? So you have the Six of Cups twice, and it's just saying like something really super beautiful and balanced is about to happen for you, but you do have to, and I'm sorry about the but. I hate the word but. I hate to throw it into anything, but you have to get rid of that victim consciousness. Whether it was you feel you victimized somebody, then that's when it's time for you to forgive yourself so that you can move on and be happy and live a happy, love, and light-filled life. Okay? That's what I have for you, Aquarius. It's time to move on to Pisces. How's everybody doing? You guys still in there with me? Ooh. That doesn't belong to this deck. All right, Pisces, we are at 151.51. Let's see what Pisces needs to heal. You guys, I honestly tried to speed up these readings. We still went to 2 hours the second time around, so definitely going to have to cut these up into part 1 and part 2 going forward. Be the first 6 and the last 6 signs of each. But I do feel like I will be back on a more regular basis. So there's that. It may not be the same day every week, but it will definitely be a day that I set aside for readings. Pisces, help from above. Number 27, breaking down into a 9. 9 is, in numerology, it's that last step. It's the same as a 10 of Swords or a 10 of Wands or 10 of Pentacles. It's that final place to be before you go back and start all over again. Okay, it's talking about completing a cycle here. So it's help from above, and I feel like at this time, and this is very, 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 very beautiful. I can't wait to show you the card. Help from above is talking about your ancestors. It's talking about being a starseed possibly as well. And Pisces are very, this is crazy because it is in the water too. It's your sign, Pisces. I love that she's playing or holding the harp there. I feel like there's music being played. I feel like there's a symphony or a music that, a song or a tune that is being heard that's reminding you of an ancestor that's coming back and trying to lend some guidance here for you, Pisces. So Pisces, I do feel like this is more of an ancestry reading. Let's go ahead and pull the cards and see what we get. But this is really pretty. I love this card. It's just so beautiful. I don't know. Can you guys see that? I wish my phone was caught up because I can't tell if you guys can see that. But anyways, enough wasting time. Let's go ahead and pull your cards. I think when Oh, when my assistant called, it set the time behind on my phone. Like it's literally so far behind. I think it's still in the middle of the last reading, or even at the beginning of the last reading. Let's see if I can fix that. Oh yeah, no, we're caught up now, almost. Oh no, sorry. Page of Cups, a message again. You know, we're talking about the ancestors there, help from above. I do feel like this is, you know, like I said, a 9 is the last leg of a journey, right? Before a soul's rebirth in numerology, you hit that 9, you get reborn, right? So a soul's rebirth in numerology is a 9. 9 says you get to move on if you've learned your lessons. If not, you're coming back, but you have to repeat everything you just did. You know? And nobody wants to repeat it if it was really bad. Like, I don't ever want to repeat my life, so I'm praying I'm getting it right. Help from above, you know, that help from above is helping you get through that last hurdle. The messages are coming through with this Page of Cups. This is how you're showing up. These are messages of love from above, right? So the pages are messengers. Remember, they carry messages, gifts for you. These are synchronicities. These are things that you're seeing, birds, license plates. I'm seeing license plates lately a lot. I see all the license plates with you in it, and I'm like, what does this mean? I don't know. Numbers. When you get angel numbers and they're repeating and they're repeating and they're repeating, I need you to look these up, Pisces. There's angel numbers for you that you're going to need to be paying attention to. There's dreams, there's songs, and I keep getting songs on the radio, songs. I don't know. I don't listen to songs. I listen to meditation music. So there's something about songs, music that you're hearing or you will hear that is going to remind. They just knocked on my door and told me to take my trash out, but I'll take it out tomorrow. There's something, synchronicities, messages, help from above is coming to you, and when you get that, it's time for you to Google it up. Like if it's a song, YouTube or Google or your best friends, you know, even if it's just a series of words that you hear or you see on a billboard, Google it. There's a song, there's a message in there for you. If it's the angel numbers, definitely Google the angel numbers. But let's go ahead and see what the rest of the reading has for you. But I do feel like this is something very, there's some kind of something coming for you that is very highly participated in helping you get through this last phase. Okay? Yeah. 9 of Pentacles, another 9. Rewards for a job well done. The 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands does not have to be marriage. It could be a soul contract coming to completion, right? I feel like this is very much more of a spiritual message that's coming through for you, Pisces, but let's go ahead and expand on that for those of you who are not in that place at this time, or you know, don't believe that you are. Maybe something else will resonate for you. So in the recent past is the 9 of Pentacles. Like I said, another 9. But the 9 of Pentacles, you know, is that independent bachelor, bachelorette. It talks about rewards for a job well done. It is that 7 of Pentacles who decided there was something more for them because they weren't sure they were happy where they're at, and they decided to take that leap of faith and go for more. They went into the 8 of Pentacles and they came out the 9 of Pentacles, right? So that's that progression from the 7, knowing that maybe I'm not quite happy where I'm at. Some people are. Some people are happy just to be comfortable, but some people want to strive for more. I feel like in your recent past, you strived to be that 9 of Pentacles. You ended up the 9 of Pentacles. And because of that, you came out with some kind of contract, whether it be a soul contract that you're coming to that completion with, but it could also be, you know, maybe you met the person that you have eyes on to marry. Maybe you met them in the very, very first moment. You said, you know what, I'm going to marry that person. I'm going to marry that person. Everybody laughed at you, but we're going to see where that goes from here, right? But I do believe like there is some kind of a contract in the works for you that is coming to a fruition or completion, okay? Although the Four of Wands can also be a portal card, and we went through the 222s, and like I said in my first video, all the 222s leading up to the 2222, and then as soon as it was over, I see nothing but fours now. 444, 44, 144, 14, 14. Like, the fours are crazy right now in my head. So know that that's also a portal card. There could be some kind of portal that in your life plan or your soul plan, you're getting ready to step through or have just stepped through as well, right? Of course, the completion leads me to believe that it's something you're coming into or finishing up, going into, right? I love this card coming out next. You have the Six of Pentacles, which talks about balance. I love that we went from the 9 to the 4 and the 6. Very balanced cards, very even number cards, but we go straight into that balance, right? Will not lend, will not borrow, when I can lend, or that whole mentality of knowing where you are before extenuating out more of what you don't know if you have it or not, like being balanced and knowing within all reason that you are in a stable place before you extend out, right? I love that. That goes, especially when you go in the diagonal here from the 9 of Pentacles through the Page of Cups, your messenger, into the Six of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and see what your support card is, Pisces. You get the Star card. I love the Star card, especially in this deck. She's very sexy. I think she's sexy in all the decks, but this one is just very cool. To me, the Star card is another card of alchemy. It is the same as the Nine of Cups. It's the same as the Magician. It's just another card of, like wishing on stars and having those wishes come true. It's manifestation. It's just another card for me of magic, right? I love the Star card. So this is the Star card here in this deck. This is the support for the reading. We're going to wait and see what we get from our crossover card for her. And while she's there in the support, the outcome card is the King of Swords. The King of Swords. So we already talked about my Queen of Swords. This is the guy one step up from the Queen of Swords. He's still very fair, but he's very concise and he's very consistent and he doesn't ever waver and knows where he's supposed to be going at all times. Doesn't question, just does what he is supposed to do, what he knows is the best for his kingdom, right? So let's go ahead and pull our crossover cards for all of these. I just saw the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. What? Stop it. I feel whenever I'm shown a card out of nowhere that it has something to do and I just have to call it out. You guys, I feel like tomorrow I'm going to wake up with no voice because I've talked so much today. I can't believe I've been on for 4 hours today. What the what? Okay, crossing our Page of Cups, we have the Two of Pentacles, and we've seen him come out in many places tonight, but he's not come out in the middle placement tonight at all. He has come out in some more of the outcome areas, but he hasn't come up where you're showing up. So with that Page of Cups could be coming in and it could just be shaking up your world at this time, right? Giving you options, maybe trying to deter you from that, that final step in the journey, the soul path that you're on. It could just be something that says, hey, and I get this is a really hard one to swallow, but this is the example that was just given to me. I just fell in love. I just finally met the person who is perfect for me. I'm not ready to go yet. Does that mean you want to relive this entire life over for another 2 months on this plane. Yes, sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow and it's a hard decision to make, but you're going to have to make the right decision for your soul and for your life at this time. Because, say that we're the situation and you were able to decide that you want to stay on this plane, right, and live with the soulmate that you just met 2 months ago, and you know they're your soulmate, but you get hit by a car tomorrow. Now you have to relive your entire life because you gave up your soul contract and chose to relive it again. So be very careful and mindful of your thoughts and your actions and your deeds and where your soul's path is meant to go. Because I guarantee you, if you met your soulmate on this earth and it was in the last hours of your life, you will meet them again. Hopefully quicker in the next life, but you will meet them again, right? There is no, I don't think there's anything, and I love my children and my grandchildren. There is nothing that if I wasn't called back that would hold me here, that would make me feel like this was the better choice for me and my soul path. Because I know that my children are soulmates and that I will meet them on the next journey as well, right? So I would love to stay here with them forever, but if I feel like I'm being called back, then that's where I go. And if I've completed my mission, then that's where I go, and that's going to be my decision in the story. So for you, I feel like there's going to be a decision similar to that, maybe not so dire like I just pointed out. I'm sorry if I went down that rabbit hole. So let's go ahead and look at your Nine of Pentacles over here. We get the Lovers. Yeah. See, this is kind of exactly what I was feeling, and that's why I think I went down that rabbit hole. So the lovers doesn't necessarily have to be about two people, but it is showing up in the recent past with the Nine of Pentacles being the sophisticated, successful, independent person, and somebody entered into your life, right? Maybe causing you to waver with this Two of Pentacles, waver on where it is that you're going and what you want, but you don't know. If you open up your communication and your voice to this person, they may end up on the same path as you, and still everything will be, rosy and peachy keen. Let's go ahead and look at this contract portal card over here with the Four of Wands. And we get the Fool card. I love that. Yes, take the leap of faith. Listen to the messages, the synchronicities. If you do, I feel like there's going to be a message in there to help you make these decisions that you're kind of juggling. I don't see stress. I don't see a lot of swords. Yes, you do come out the King of Swords, but I don't see that overruling this. That's the only sword card you have on the deck. So I'll be excited to see what we get there crossing it. But yes, take a leap of faith. Know that you have, and I'm being shown his loyal companion. Like, I'm not always shown the dog. I'm usually focused on the sunshine and the leap of faith that needs to be taken here. But I'm seeing that dog as the ancestors or messages from the ancestors. So let's go ahead and look at your Six of Pentacles. We are crossed with the Queen of Cups. So I feel more like this is bringing that divine masculine and feminine into play, bringing them together in order to hear the messages or see the messages, receive the messages that are being brought to you. Whether this is about love or not about love, whether this is about you just, like, I love being on Earth and I don't know, I'm afraid to go back to the stars, whatever it is, the messages are out there. They have been coming to you for a while now, Pisces. So I would listen or start watching and, paying attention to what those messages are. Down here with the star for your support card, Two of Cups. Okay, it's about love. I'm sorry, I can't even deny it anymore. There is something here about love. There is, with the star card, it was somebody that you manifested to be that person. It could be very much a Leo, or you could be Leo, strongly in your chart in some place, but there is something very undeniable here, something very undeniable. But we're going to go over here. This is the one I've been very curious to see, and I'm going to reshuffle and get a card for that one, because I want to know. I want to know without a doubt that I'm getting the right card for the King of Swords. Because I feel like this card is going to be the card for the reading. Didn't help me a lot, you guys. Well, it didn't help me with the way that I was hoping it would go. It's what I have to say. I'm getting the energy. I'm getting the soul contract here in the outcome. I feel like the right decision is going to be made in the end here. That love is going to support you throughout this, and that could be the love of the ancestors as well. With the King of Swords, the mental clarity, the calm waters, there's a collaboration with the Three of Pentacles. This was a soul contract that you chose to make before you were ever born. The soul contract, the messages from the ancestors, help from above, all of that is coming into play to remind you that this is exactly what you asked for, and you are exactly where you're supposed to be at this time. Okay, so don't stress, don't worry. It's not going to help you to hold on to yesterday if you want to reach for tomorrow, but don't reach for tomorrow until you enjoy today, if that makes any sense. So that is what I have for you, Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and close out that reading. I'm going to stay here for just a second more, and then I will clear the energy in my home one more time today. My home is going to be so energy clear. It's not even funny. How are y'all doing? We made it to another 2 hours. Oh my gosh, you guys. I am so sorry that I read forever. I don't try to. I do try to be quick. Y'all still here? We're going to close this off at 2:11. I thank you all for being here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you enjoy the content, at whatever time you do get these messages, I hope that you will choose to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't liked the video, please like the video so we can get it circulating. Not that I really want it to circulate, because I really don't want to grow my channel. I want to stay small so that the energy stays within us. It's very light here. Thank you, Jean and Kim, Princess Twilight, for being here and moderating the channel. Kim, thank you for being here for both Part 1 and Part 2. Thank you, Clavin, for showing up. Anyone else that I missed, I'm sorry if I missed you. I was into the readings and missed everything that was going on. I'm sorry. There you guys are looking at my table and nobody's there. So I just want to say thank you for everybody. Know that I will be back on a much more regular basis now that my life has calmed down, and I also am getting pulled and called and dreams to come back and start doing these readings again. So know that is going to be nothing. I'm not worried about it. I love it. I every time I do a reading, I get energized, and then I'm like, why don't I do these more often? So I'm really glad to be here for you guys. Know that if you ever need to reach out to me, I will put contact information in the description box below. If it's not there, feel free to look at any of the old videos. It is there in the old videos. Sometimes I just don't have time with my busy work life to go back and remoderate my channels and put in descriptions for the things that I say haven't been there. So please forgive me for that. I will try. I think I got half hour through the first part on my break between the two videos. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You made the night very beautiful with all of your beautiful energy and all your wonderful, kind words. Thank you for all that you do, Jean and Kim, or AKA Princess Twilight, you guys. When I say Kim, I'm talking to Princess. So for those of you who don't know. All right. Thank you so much. Satnam.